When you are behind the wheel of an Acura RDX, you will not only have the ability to experience something that is both exhilarating and practical, but you will also have the option of having an experience that is both enjoyable and fulfilling. At the same time. This is due to the fact that the Acura RDX is a vehicle that possesses both of these qualities, which describes the reason why this is the case. You will have an experience that is truly one of a kind and unforgettable if you ever have the chance to drive an Acura RDX. If you ever have the opportunity to do so, consider yourself fortunate. There is a possibility that this can be explained by the fact that the Acura RDX is a sport utility vehicle, which would explain why this specific circumstance exists. When it comes to the reasons why this is the case, this is one of the likely possibilities. While you are behind the wheel of an Acura RDX, you will have the opportunity to experience something that is not only one of a kind, but also exhilarating. This will be a possibility for you. There is no doubt that this will be an event that you will not forget in a hurry. All of this is due to the fact that the Acura RDX is an entirely one-of-a-kind automobile. This particular scenario is a result of this particular reason. Furthermore, to add insult to injury, the actual situation is precisely the same as it is stated in the article that is provided below. That each and every one of these unique traits will be displayed at some point in time during the course of the event is a possibility that can be considered. Throughout the duration of the event, this is something that has the potential to take place at any given moment in time. Due to the fact that the Acura RDX is a sport utility vehicle, it is highly probable that this particular instance might be explained by the fact that it is a sport utility vehicle. In this regard, there is still an ongoing investigation taking on. The possibility of this happening is not completely out of the question. This concept would provide an explanation as to why this particular circumstance is taken into consideration, which would be rather valuable to have. This explanation would be provided by this concept, in spite of the fact that this particular information has already been provided. It is possible that it will be clarified at some time in the future after it has already been presented. That this is one of those responses is one of the many possible explanations for why this is the case, and the fact that this is one of those answers is one of the more reasonable arguments for why this scenario occurs. There are many other possible explanations for why this comes about. This is one of the numerous concepts that appears to have the most promise from among the many choices that are available. Moreover, the passage of time will not only guarantee that it will continue to be fashionable, athletic, and spacious during its whole existence, but it will also guarantee that it will maintain its value from the beginning of its existence to the end of its existence over the course of its entire existence. This is that it will be able to maintain its worth throughout its entire existence. This has been demonstrated to be true by examining it through the lens of time, which indicates that it is accurate. The organization will, without a doubt, continue to uphold each and every one of these qualities from the very beginning of its existence until the very end of its existence. This is an absolute certainty. There is one and only one significant problem with this fantastic SUV. And that problem is the information and entertainment system that is meant to be installed inside the vehicle for the purpose of providing fun. This problem is the only substantial problem with this SUV. These two systems are intended to be installed inside the vehicle where they are being used. We would want to bring to your notice the fact that this excellent SUV has one and only one important problem that has to be addressed. It is of the utmost significance that we bring this to your attention. There is only one issue that needs to be addressed, and that is this one. This is the one and only significant problem that has been come to light in relation to the vehicle, and it is being brought to your attention for the purpose of offering further clarification. There is only one significant drawback that can be mentioned, and that is the fact that this particular circumstance is the only circumstance that might occur. The only drawback that can be brought up is this particular limitation. This particular disadvantage is the only one that may be acknowledged, and it is the only one. In light of the fact that this is the only disadvantage that is connected to it, it is reasonable to assume that there is some additional advantage that is connected to it. In light of the fact that this is the sole disadvantage that is connected to it, this is the explanation for it. The idea has one and only one flaw, And that is the fact that it does not include this particular component, only this one. Flaw is present in the plan. There are no others. One and only one of the potential problems with the proposal is brought to light here. Since we are of the opinion that this will be one of the most significant enhancements that Acura makes to the automobile when it is updated for the year 2026 in order for it to be able to be employed in the Acura RDX, we believe that this will be one of the most significant modifications that Acura produces. As a direct consequence of this, we are of the opinion that it will be among the most major technical developments that will take place, and we believe that it will be among the most significant technological breakthroughs that will take place in the years to come. For this reason, we believe that it is the most important thing to bring up the fact that this is without a doubt one of the most significant improvements that Acura has made to its automobiles over the course of the many years that have passed. This is something that we believe should be talked up since we consider that so. We believe that this is something that ought to be brought up in the discourse that is taking place. Our perspective is that this is the position that we are currently holding, and this is the stance that we are currently holding. This is the viewpoint that we hold. The following are the conclusions that we have arrived at with regard to the issue as a result of the fact that we have reached at this particular point in time to begin with. Just a short while ago, Acura announced that the 2026 RDX would be getting upgrades to enhance its appeal and functionality. The implementation of these changes is anticipated to take place. The execution of these modifications is anticipated to take place in the imminent future. It is being anticipated that the implementation of these improvements will take place in the not-too-distant future. These enhancements are expected to be implemented to some degree in the not-too-distant future, according to the estimates that are now in place. It is predicted that those enhancements will be implemented in the immediate aftermath of Acura's transmission of the warning. The statement was made accessible to the broader public not long after it was made available. The purpose of these modifications was to achieve the objective of improving the overall performance of the vehicle, which was the impetus for the modifications that were made. The standards that have been developed are as follows, and they have been constructed in a manner that is specifically designed to fulfill those requirements. It is anticipated that the implementation of these adjustments will take place at a later time and during the course of this year, as indicated by the most current estimates that have been made. It has been speculated that this date will be later than what was initially planned, taking into account the fact that it was anticipated that the implementation would take place. This is the circumstance that has recently come about.